Is chess too slow for a TikTok world? Have Fortnite and Roblox killed the board? Even the king Magnus himself walked away from his crown. Is chess dying? Can the game that survived the Black Plague and 2 world wars survive the modern era? Let's separate the myths from the facts. Myth number 1. Chess can't evolve. Chess is like a dinosaur, frozen in time, completely unable to adapt to the modern world. Really? Let's compare 2 championship matches and see which one belongs in a museum. 1984-1985, Karpov vs Kasparov World Championship match lasted 48 games. 5 months, literally months. They'd play a few moves, seal their next move in an envelope and come back tomorrow. Coverage, late-night TV summaries and newspaper columns. The most exciting part was waiting for the morning paper to tell you what happened yesterday. Riveting stuff, real edge-of-your-seat content. Now jump to 2024. Gukesh wins the World Championship. Live streamed globally. Millions watching in real time on YouTube and Twitch. Chess influencers reacting to every move. Instant computer analysis showing exactly how badly someone just blundered. The whole world watching a teenager becoming world champion as it happens. The game is still chess, same 64 squares, same pieces, but everything else evolved. Faster time controls, global streaming, prize pools that actually matter, tie breaks that don't require a calendar to schedule. The verdict? Chess didn't turn into a fossil, it learned to stream, monetize and go viral. Chess evolves, just, in chess time, which means decades, not TikTok trends. But it gets there. Oh, and speaking of evolution, if you're enjoying this video, smash that like or subscribe button, or gently tap it, whatever your play style. It helps the algorithm know that the people care about the 64 squares and not just which Kardashian sneezed today. Myth number 2. People are losing interest in chess. People try chess once, get destroyed by a 12-year-old online and never touch it again. Okay, but the numbers are telling a completely different story. According to YouGov, 21% of American adults play chess at least occasionally. 4% play regularly, which might not sound like much until you remember that's millions of people. Globally, over 600 million people know how to play chess. That's not a niche hobby. That's basically a universal language right up there with sorry and is the Wi-Fi working. And online, Gotham Chess pulls millions of views monthly. Hikaru is out here streaming to crowds that would fill entire stadiums. Anna Kramling is making chess wholesome and entertaining simultaneously, which frankly should be impossible. Here's what actually happened. People didn't lose interest, they changed how they engage. It's like asking, are people still drinking coffee just because Starbucks replaced your neighborhood diner? The coffee didn't disappear, it just moved to a place with better Wi-Fi and oat milk options. More phone apps, more YouTube, more watching a grandmaster tilt over a mouse slip at 2 a.m. The truth? Interest isn't dying, it's shape-shifting. Myth number 3. Other games are killing chess. Let's be honest, chess has competition. Fortnite, Valorant, Clash Royale. Every week there's a new game with better graphics, louder explosions and more ways to spend money you don't have. So why is chess still here? Because it is so simple. It is easy to start. You don't need to download 80 gigabytes or watch a 40-minute tutorial. It's a board. There are pieces. Try not to lose your queen immediately. It is universally recognized. You can play chess in literally any country, any language, any culture. Good luck explaining Fortnite's building mechanics to your grandmother. Chess? She already knows. It works offline and online. Power outage? Chess works. Internet down? Chess works. Zombie apocalypse? Still works. Schools keep investing in chess programs. Apps keep innovating with AI coaches. Platforms keep growing. The verdict and the beautiful irony, chess learned from the other games. Esports gave us live commentary. Streaming culture gave us personality-driven content. Gaming gave us prize pools worth fighting for. Chess isn't being killed by other games, it's stealing their best ideas and thriving. Myth number 4. Blitz and bullet are ruining chess. Blitz rots the brain. That's an actual quote from Mikhail Botvinnik, legendary world champion and professional grump. And look, I get it. There's something beautiful about classical chess, the deep thought, the long calculus, the art. But here's what the purists miss. On chess.com, 46% rapid, 35% blitz, 19% bullet. Standard? 0. Yes, fast chess dominates. Twitch rankings for chess dipped since the 2021 boom, but that boom was abnormal. We are not in a pandemic lockdown anymore. People have lives now, allegedly. Here's the key insight. Fast formats are gateways. They're fun, they're watchable, they're shareable. A 2-minute bullet game fits perfectly between TikToks. You can watch Hikaru pre-move his way through chaos during your lunch break. And you know what happens? People get hooked. They start with bullet, graduate to blitz, maybe try rapid, and eventually, some of them fall in love with classical chess. I play blitz online, but over the board, I'll spend 3 hours on a single game, loving every second. That's true for millions of players. Fast chess didn't replace slow chess. It became the trailer that gets people interested in the full movie. The verdict? Blitz and bullet aren't destroying chess, they're feeding it new blood. Myth number 5. Online chess is killing classical chess. At first glance, yeah, this one looks pretty grim. Online chess is exploding. Millions of games every day, streamers everywhere. So maybe classical chess has become that old friend you haven't texted back in 6 months. But look closer. Classical tournaments like Weekend Z, the candidates, the World Cup, they're not dying out, they're thriving. Prize funds going up, coverage global, crowds bigger than ever. I looked at the data. The number of classical players since early 2020 is up 47% overall, and new players are up a massive 54%. And it's not just one region, it's happening everywhere. The US, China, India, all seeing big jumps in classical chess participation. Here's the thing, online chess and classical chess aren't rivals. They're siblings, sure, the annoying kind sometimes, but they'll still bail you out when you need them. Online chess creates fans, classical chess creates legends, and honestly, the game needs both. So the verdict? Online chess isn't killing classical chess, it's giving it a massive marketing budget and a younger global audience. If anything, classical chess has never been more alive. Myth number 6. Magnus Carlsen quitting means chess is dying. When Magnus Carlsen declined to defend his world championship title, the chess world collectively panicked. See, even the greatest of all times is bored. Chess is over. Sell your boards, learn poker. But here's what actually happened. Magnus didn't quit chess. He quit the classical world championship format. One specific title. He still competes. He still streams. He runs chess events. He promotes the game constantly. He's literally everywhere except that one specific match. Why? Because he'd already won it 5 times. The man was bored of winning the same trophy. That's not a sign of chess dying. That's a sign of one player being so good, he ran out of mountains to climb. And you know what his decision did? Open the door for a new generation. Gukesh, Prahananda, brilliant and hungry, fighting for a crown that suddenly feels up for grabs again. The verdict? One champion stepping aside isn't death, it's evolution. Yes, Simba, it's the chess circle of life. Myth number 7. Chess is dying. And finally, the myth that started this whole thing. Chess is dying. Let's check the patient's vital signs. More than 600 million people know how to play chess globally. Chess.com has over 200 million members as of 2025. Daily games played are in tens of millions. Chess industry is growing 4% a year, hitting 3.3 billion by 2030. Those aren't the numbers of a dying game. Those are the numbers of a global phenomenon. Sure, formats change, attention shifts, the way we play evolves, but the core, strategy, creativity, community, the pure joy of trapping your opponent's king, that stays eternal. Chess survived the printing press, radio, television, the internet, social media, and people saying, actually, I prefer backgammon. It will survive this too. Final verdict, chess isn't dying. It's thriving, streaming, evolving, and occasionally hanging a piece on move 6. But hey, that's part of the charm. The game is 1,500 years old and has more active players than ever. Meanwhile, online chess brought millions of new players into the ecosystem. Let me put that in perspective. That's not the growth rate of a dying game. That's the growth rate of something that figured out how to sell itself. I'd say it's doing just fine. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have a blitz game to lose. Bye.